What is up? Howdy, howdy, howdy. So, I've been working on my iruikshi over the last long time. I've spent about 6 or 7 hours a night just building and rebuilding. What you saw last night, or yesterday, or today, whenever you saw the video, if you saw the video, if you don't know what I'm talking about, look at the last video. And we can have this conversation. I'm working off of like caffeine and that other word that I suddenly forgot the name of, where it's like you're losing your brain because you're so, I don't know what it's called. Oh my goodness, there's a puppy. Let's first look at this puppy. Cooper, come here. Oh, go, you cameras. Oh, come here, Muffin. Come here, Muffin. Come here, you can do. Oh, you can't do it. Oh, you can't. Come here, Muffin. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Come on, you help this little baby. Come here. Okay, bye. I have a gorgeous pup. Cooper, come here. Come here, Cooper. He's just overwhelmingly useless. It's rather hysterical. He's just gonna sit there and give me the puppy eyes this whole entire time while I'm watching or making this video. And it's gonna be difficult to concentrate because he's looking so sad because Cooper, come here! Come here! Oh, good boy. Oh, good puppies. Oh my goodness, look at that lovely fluff ball of awesome. Yes. Alright, so, first part that is just going to be showing you, it's just for the sake of suspense. This will be his wrist blade, as it was once in its prime. I don't know if I'll paint it like the others. We'll see. Maybe I'll put some toning on it just to make it a little bit more dirty, but that's really it. Probably. I don't think I'll paint it gold. But yeah, nice retracting system. It'll work just like so that it'll be nice and freaky and kill stuff. I'm not so sure if / how I'll be able to put in that middle blade that used to be in there during the revamp. But at the same time, as I'm looking at it, it's kind of more of a prologue version of iruikshi, and so I'll tell that whole entire story because I've never actually told that story. But I'll tell you that story after I've shown him so that you can click anywhere else if you don't want to hear that story. So, here is him so far. There's an arm. It's not really of any value yet. But yeah, kind of looks, the torso from this high pretty much looks the same for the most part, but all the insides are totally readjusted because it turns out that, the way that I had his shoulders last time made it so that I could not actually get anything to attach arms to, which was a problem. So I rearranged all of his insides, and now he looks like this, which doesn't look that different from the outside, but is very different on the inside. That, and he's got a six-pack. Because, why not? That's just, it's Bionicle. You don't ask questions. I can't take credit for this idea, however. Some genius on the Peace Out Bionicle mock pages originally came up with the idea of putting fingers there. So, yeah. I did come up with Hero Factory as shoulders. I did come up with that, but I'm sure, technically you could do that with just about any foot, so it's not really that original. Yeah, so, but there's that, and, just looking at it from, like, this spot right here, I hope this becomes the thumbnail, because from this angle, it looks like it's complete and awesome. So, yeah, there is that, and there is that, and he's gonna look like something out of Warhammer by the time that I'm done with him, and it's going to be sick. Yeah, Warhammer is what that's called, right? I don't actually remember. It's the one with all the Space Marines and everything looks like really dirty and killer people. I don't actually know. I don't actually know anything of what I'm talking about. Yeah, so yeah, there's that. And yeah, he looks awesome, and it makes me very, very happy. I'm very proud of this muffin. Very proud of this muffin. Very proud. Oh, and people have entered the household, so I'm going to shut the door so that I don't have to sit there and sound like I'm just talking to myself. Yes, so there's that. And my dog just went and left a big mess on the floor because he was outside and it's snowing outside. Yes, we've had quite the blizzard as of late, and it is quite delightful. Quite delightful Yes, I haven't seen snow in 2 years because I've been in other countries and whatnot. And they all are different countries, different states, and all of them didn't have snow. So there's that. Oh, Cooper. Hello. You just decided to thrust my door open and try and get back on the bed again. What an interesting character. Interesting character. You're so stupid. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at this puppy. Just look at him. Just look at him. Look at this face. Doesn't this face just make you want to face with facials? Oh yes. Oh, facials. Facials. Oh, let's knit the camera. Oh yes, of course. Of course. So, Annie Bubbles. The story of Iruikshi, which I have never actually brought to light, mostly because of what? This dog is so needy. Mostly because it never really came to full fruition, because there's still bits and bobs where I never actually thought of explanations as to why stuff happened, but nobody really asked, so I didn't really care. So, oh my goodness, look at this dog. He just so needy. But you're so adorable. You're so adorable. Oh, smell that camera. Yes. Alright, so, story of Iruikshi. Origin story, I don't really have one. He's just kind of been there. He was not entirely a Toa that worked with the group for the most part. He had, of course, his original Toa team. However, he kind of deviated from that, probably because of some sort of political awkwardness between the leader and him. He'd be like a Kopaka character, except for instead of Kopaka just dealing with Tahu most of the time, Iruikshi was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to deal with your bull, so we're going to part ways permanently. Goodbye. So there's that. And look at this dog. It's like he just ran a marathon and he's like saying, please love me. I don't understand. Anyway, so as for Toa, as far as Toa goes, he is a Toa of Protodermis, which I would like to think is relatively, original, because I've never heard of any mockers doing Toa of Protodermis before. So there's that. And it's energized Protodermis, obviously, but, saying Toa of energized Protodermis is a lot of words as opposed to just Toa of Protodermis. So, yeah, he's a Toa of Protodermis, so he's got that, the same powers that energized Protodermis does to create stuff or destroy stuff, and at the same time it's just this big massive liquid that he can just conjure up at his will that can do some serious damage. So that's a thing. Quite lovely. And yeah, so deviated from his Toa team because of politics, and at some point went into the I don't really know what I have the legitimate name for it. There is no real legitimate name, but it was originally in my mind called the Jungle of Derelicts, which is where the Bionicle Derelict series would be held. And through his adventures, blah 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 blah, he lost his Toa-ness, his elemental power, was no longer with him, because kind of the same reason that the Toa Nuva had their elemental loss incident, which, it kind of was like a Toa Suva that got stolen, but it was not from Borak Kal, it was because of Rakshi, and, it was a shame, and so that's just the way it is. But the awkward part is that he never got his powers back, because well, the Rakshi that had his elemental stone-a-majigger went to an energized Protodermis pool, because energized Protodermis Toa, Protodermis pool makes a whole lot of sense, yada yada yada, and then was using it to combat these two other Toa, who were at this vat of energized Protodermis, and it wasn't just the Rakshi that were fighting two Toa. It was also like it was kind of like the Bionicle Heroes game, where it's just like Rakshi and Borak and Vizorak and Vaki and just everything evil, just trying to decimate these two Toa. And as push came to shove, everybody kind of got splashed into the Protodermis vat, and two Titan Toa came out. Cornigualca, which, if anybody knows me from way back, knows who Cornigualca is. I don't even know if I have pictures of him on anywhere because I built him when I was this big. And then Toa Tias. Cornigualca is a Toa of air. Tias is a Toa of earth. They both became Titans, and it was super awesome. And then the third guy came out, which was Black Mist, and he's the guy that inherited Iruikshi's Protodermis powers. Not exactly quite the same. It was more along the lines of like a plasma sort of deal. But yeah, sort of very complicated. And so, as Iruikshi goes forth, his whole entire quest in this domain is to try and kill Black Mist and get his powers back. Yeah, that's really all I have. It's not a really awesome backstory. Not really a very detailed backstory, in fact, but it's a backstory. Yeah, never actually took time to, figure out anything more than that, just because, that takes effort, and that takes your brain, and my brain builds a lot of things overnight, and, there are a lot of other things that I built overnight, and an Iruikshi backstory just doesn't happen to be one of them. But yeah, let's